it seems. We live in a dream, amazing as it seems. We live in a
Where we live is in a field of golden energy, always changing, vibrant. It is a dance of creation and annihilation. Albert Einstein drew it as a plane, something like this. If you can imagine a carpet in complete nothingness, with nothing above and nothing below, now imagine that the carpet runs through your head at the level of your third eye. When we look out into the carpet, we see what we call universe. We find ourselves in something we call a body, and we forget that we are in an electric field. We look at this body, feel it, experience it, and we think that it is solid and real. But there is more space in our body than actual matter, and matter is essentially light. The tiny particles wink in and out of existence, only having a tendency to exist. Our body seems real, and we seem real, and we think that we are separate, solid, independent physical beings. Our internal train of thought chatters around at about 500 words per minute, reinforcing this perception. I think, therefore I am. We think we are our thinking mind. The freight we drag is our learning, who we think we are, what happened and from whom, and how we perceive events and objects. The locomotive is our basic character, who we might be if we were without any restrictions. When we sleep and dream, our load is sorted and repacked. Our baggage, probably hastily thrown on, is examined and stowed in more appropriate places. In our waking life, our baggage produces momentum, making it hard to stop our train, to relax and merely observe, or to accelerate quickly, think quickly and clearly. We constantly perceive and recall, comparing our stimulus with our experience. This solidifies our perception, leading us to believe that what we perceive is real. We forget that it is all a weave of energy, that objects fade infinitesimally into each other. From infancy, we've been learning from our parents and peers how we should view things. This creates a shared, inherited reality. So, caught in our perceptions, and walking in a dream of memories, we look outside ourselves for happiness, hoping that we can find something that is satisfying, enduring, something to hold on to. But in the sea of change and decay, this is like trying to lick honey off a razor's edge. What to do? If we sit and just breathe, our train slows down a little. Gaps appear between the decay of one thought and the arising of another. Prolong the gap. Thought will stir us into fantasy and recollection. Let them go and return to breathing. We don't have to think to breathe. If we think about our breathing, and we don't have to, it's auto, what are we thinking about? As we continue to look and breathe, the contents of our carriages are revealed. Human issues, pain, guilt, jealousy and loss will be revealed. Deal! Call persons involved, seek and give forgiveness. That will unhook some heavy loads. Now, lighter than before, our train can stop more quickly and accelerate too. It will be more efficient, requiring less energy, and be capable of greater endurance. If you keep going, unlearning what you can and cannot do, anything is possible. As we unlearn our perceptions, turning from inference and recollection to really seeing, we slowly cease to be deluded. Our field of awareness, now free of the electrical interference of our chattering self, begins to soften and cool. Where we once saw self and object, edges and boundaries, now there are none. We discover that what we once thought was solid and real is actually just a process, a flux, including what we consider to be ourselves. Our identity is a mere process, a dance of incorporation and rejection. I am one who has done this, and this has happened to me. It is just thinking, let it go. If we can see our thoughts, where are we looking from? Once the thinking, constant chattering subsides, something weird happens. The energy once constrained by the self can now get past the barrier created by thought. The 90% or so of the brain that we don't use comes grooving on through. This energy is always there, sneaking through when we are unaware, or flooding through when we are in the stillness and acceptance of love. It is also the same energy that is outside our minds too. So, just being character, running the basics with a minimal load, allows an experience of what has been called unity or enlightenment. Not seeing self and other, subject and object, our motivation must be, what is good for the all? One might find oneself tiptoeing through this energetic field, rather than racing along in a distracted dream doing 50 things at once. Only you can do it, who or whatever that is.